Today, I will share with you a method that can change everything, and it's much more powerful than you think. Most people tend to blame themselves or try to win that person back when they lose someone's attention or respect. But stop and think for a moment. Why do some people stop valuing us? Is it our fault, or is it simply an inevitable part of human nature? We have all experienced this painful disconnection at some point. So what's the solution? It's to work hard and redirect all the effort we put into others back to ourselves. Think of it like a garden. You've been busy watering other people's gardens for years. You carry water with your own hands to keep your loved ones' flowers from wilting. You check if they aerate the soil. You spend all your energy to ensure their garden flourishes and becomes beautiful. But one day, you realize your own garden has dried up. The soil is cracked. The flowers have withered. The trees you thought were strong have started to fall one by one because you haven't given yourself even a drop of water. This is exactly how we spend our time with people who ignore us and don't value us enough. We exhaust ourselves trying to earn their love and attention. But what needs to be realized is that a garden blooms on its own. It doesn't need water from the outside. When properly cared for, its roots find strength and the soil begins to nourish it. If, instead of spending all your attention on others, you redirect that energy to your own garden, do you know what happens? Your own planting opens your trunk. And when others begin taking care of your garden, your shadow starts to come back to rest. Because people are always drawn to the most flourishing gardens. And in this video, you'll learn how to naturally attract respect and value without fighting or even saying a word. Just like a strong tree that sends its roots deep into the ground, drawing all living things to its shadow, Stoicism is the art of stepping away from the chaos of the outside world and discovering your own inner strength. Today, in the rapidly changing dynamics of the modern world, most people are swept away by emotional storms. But Stoics have known an unchanging truth for over 2,000 years. True peace doesn't come from trying to control the outside world, but from managing your own mind. If you also want to discover your own inner strength, take a solid stance in your relationships and life, and remain unshakable in the face of emotional storms. Join me on this journey. Now let's return to the first question. Why do people stop valuing us? Maybe they're aware. We are ignoring a basic rule in relationships without realizing it. In a few minutes, you'll learn how to regain your value without begging or fighting. It can be frustrating and even painful to feel that you're not valued like before. But why does this happen? Every relationship is unique. However, there are common patterns behind this dynamic. Understanding these reasons will allow you to take control and follow a healthier path. The first and most basic reason is predictable behavior. When you're always available, always saying yes to everything, or when you anticipate their needs even before they ask, you become an unchanging, ever-present element in their eyes. Think of it like a street lamp. It has been illuminating your path for years without ever breaking or flickering, so you've forgotten its existence. That light source has become ordinary. But one day, when that lamp breaks down and goes out, you feel its absence while walking in the dark. The second basic reason is the lack of reciprocity. Giving too much without expecting anything in return may seem like a noble act, but over time it disrupts the balance of the relationship. People tend to value balanced exchanges. They value you when you're always there, the giver, the seeker, but after a while they become used to taking effortlessly, and your effort stops being a privilege for them. It becomes something ordinary. This not only reduces their appreciation for you, but also drains you. Finally, emotional dynamics play a major role. Relationships are not static. They evolve and develop over time. Sometimes someone who once valued your support deeply may have reached a different point in their life. This doesn't mean they no longer care about you, but their priorities may have shifted. Think of it like two travel companions. At first, you're walking on the same path, But if you stay where you are for too long, the search will inevitably become a misalignment. People evolve in different directions. The nature of relationships also changes. At this point, instead of blaming yourself, change the question you are asking. Instead of asking why they don't value me, ask yourself, how much do I value myself? Blaming yourself is an oversimplification of the dynamic. When you feel someone doesn't value you, ask yourself, do I prioritize my own value and needs, or am I overextending myself? Sometimes setting boundaries and restoring balance in relationships is not only about others, it's about you. The real secret is that if you want others to respect you, you must first respect yourself. Up until now, you've learned why people stop valuing you and how this dynamic forms. But is this awareness enough? Of course not. Real change is possible not just by understanding the reasons, but by taking the right steps. This is where real strategies come into play that will restore the lost respect and attention you deserve. But be careful. These methods will not only make people pay more attention to you, but they will also strengthen your self-esteem and confidence. Instead of waiting for others to notice you, you will learn how to position yourself. Now it's time for a change. The first step is to understand the power of emotional scarcity in relationships. Let's begin.